Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Divya Chhabra. Divya Chhabra is the co-founder and chief operating officer for Dosis. Before starting Dosis, Divya was a product manager for B2B and B2C products at Athena Health. She's passionate about building great products that create a positive change in people's lives. Divya received her BS in biological engineering from MIT. Well, good afternoon, Divya. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thanks for jumping on, Divya. I appreciate it. And we're going to talk about some exciting things you're doing in your career, but also at your company that you co-founded. So let's jump into the questions so we can get your story shared out with our audience. Divya, you've got quite the career in healthcare as an engineer, product manager, and now you're the co-founder and COO of Dosis. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
Sure. I would say I get really excited about problems that are hairy and require you to get in the weeds and really understand the details. There's just something about figuring out a puzzle that really motivates me. And lucky for me, healthcare is just full of problems like that, which is one of the reasons I love being in healthcare. So I would say those kinds of things are really what inspire me.
That's awesome. Like you, Divya, I've worked in healthcare for many years on the technology side. And for some reason, just as you had mentioned, you feel like, you're serving a higher purpose by helping patients and helping providers give the best medical care. So I do appreciate your share on that for sure. And talk to us, Divya, about building products for healthcare and how personalized dosing will be the standard of care.
Yeah, Brian, there's just so much personalization these days in all aspects of our lives. There's personalized ads, there's personalized content, even shampoo. And it's only a matter of time before we start to see and actually begin to expect this type of personalization in a meaningful way in healthcare and in the way that we're cared for as patients. So what we do at Dosis is that we personalize drug dosing. So each individual person has a different response to medication. And at Dosis, we have this algorithm that determines that individualized drug response and outputs a dose recommendation to keep that specific patient in a specified therapeutic target range. And we found that by taking this approach, you can use less drug to achieve the same or better patient outcomes. And on average, our clients see a 25% reduction in drug usage. So this personalized approach has both a clinical benefit and an economic benefit. On the clinical side, patients are exposed to less drug, which means lowered likelihood of side effects or adverse events. On the economic side, you need less drug to achieve the same or better outcomes, which means healthcare organizations need to buy less drug, and then the overall cost of care goes down. So we see this as being massively beneficial in value-based care organizations and value-based care reimbursement models. And we really believe that personalized dosing will be an integral tool in helping these value-based care organizations reduce costs while maintaining or improving their outcomes.
That's awesome. I appreciate you spending a lot of time to develop something that's going to make the patient care outcomes much better. And I'm totally for that. As you know, working in healthcare, I think that's simply awesome. So thanks again, Divya. So Divya, since we're a technology platform, I want to talk a little bit about tech, obviously, right? So you're leveraging some new and emerging technologies within your tech stack. Is there anything around AI you could share with us today?
Yeah, so we're super excited about the promise of AI in personalizing drug dosing. A big thing that we think about pretty often is the training data set when we're training our models. So in healthcare today, a lot of things, especially drug dosing, are protocolized, which means that nurses and physicians, they use a protocol, so essentially a decision tree, to determine the next dose. Which is great. It helps standardize things, helps standardize patient care, and reduces the likelihood of error. But when it comes to using these real world data to train our models, we have to think a lot about and be really careful about the role that the existing protocol is playing in biasing our data that the model is training on.
Great. I appreciate the share. And this is going to be exciting to share this out with our audience. Obviously, there's a lot of people that want to learn more about machine learning and AI, especially in healthcare. So thanks again. And Divya, can you share something from your career experience that would be helpful for those looking to grow their career in healthcare or entrepreneurship?
Yeah, so kind of going back to what I was mentioning before about the details and how I really enjoy problems that require you to go and dive deep and get in the weeds. I think that getting into the details and understanding at a very foundational level the different aspects of how your product, how your business, and how the overall landscape in which you're operating work is really, really important. And it's especially important in healthcare where there's just so much complexity. And often, and what I've found in my past is diving deep and really getting to know those details uncovers something that you may have never known and that may actually have a significant impact in your decision making going forward. So I found that, taking that approach and really diving deep has really helped me in my career.
Thank you again, Divya. I appreciate you sharing those nuggets or those gems with our audience today. And Divya, it was a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Great. Thank you, Brian.
Bye for now.